Hey everybody, happy Friday!
Good afternoon, everybody.
How are we doing today? So it's 3 p.m. for us. Our day is about to end. I don't know where you guys are from, but it's good to see you. It's the last stream of the week for us. We've been doing a lot of live stream for the special Twitch Prime Indie Amplifier. So I'm Sophie, Marketing and Communications Coordinator.
And I'm Felix, game developer and game designer. I always mess things up.
You do a bit of everything, actually.
Yeah, well, okay, so I don't always mess things up at work, but I'll always mess up my two titles. So yeah, I'm a game designer and developer at Become Studios.
Hi PB, good to see you. So today, a couple of announcements before we hop into the gameplay. As I mentioned, we're part of the Twitch Prime Indie Amplifier. It's almost over.
Yeah.
So we have until Sunday to vote. So if you guys have not voted, and we're gonna repeat this quite a lot today, be sure you go on the Twitch Prime Indie Amplifier and cast your vote for Tales from Candlekeep, Tomb of Annihilation. That would be fantastic. And as usual, every live stream we have some codes to give away, Steam keys. So what do we have today, Felix?
We have the base game in Kawashima, as always, I'm assuming. I was not prepared for that.
But yeah, you got this, see? I voted yesterday. Thank you, D Hatch.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. And we've brought it up a couple times in the last streams that we've done, but we also have a update coming for the game. We have a new game mode. We have some awesome tweaks and, of course, game improvements. And the update will be free. We'll be letting you know in probably early next week. The patch notes and all that, everything that'll be in that update early next week. But just so you guys know, there's something coming with the title.
Oh, okay. And PB and J Otter is reminding you that Birdsong is free on Dragon Plus until Saturday.
That's awesome. So I was just checking out because we have like notes to be sure we don't forget everything, and that's just what I was about to talk about. So on Dragon Plus right now, so you go and get the app. It's available on Android and iOS. And you can get Birdsong's DLC for free until tomorrow, only at 12 p.m. PST. So that's 3 p.m. Eastern time. So you go onto the app and you can see the banner on top, Birdsong, and you just get your key.
No need to be sorry. That's helpful. We don't even have to look down to the desk.
You guys are amazing. You're so supportive. It's amazing. And I think that's about what we had to start the stream with. But we'll keep reminding the amplifier probably all day today.
Yeah. And hi to Elric and Buffalo Val. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday.
Yes, so we're kicking off the Dungeons & Dragons live streams on Twitch today. I think we're the first on the schedule, which is always amazing because we try to set like the tone for the rest. And
well, it's a Tomb of Annihilation afternoon, right?
Yes, after us. So we play Tales from Candlekeep, Tomb of Annihilation, but there's always Roll20 usually after us. So in like an hour, Roll20 team is hopping in and they'll be doing their Tomb of Annihilation game as well. So so Felix, if you had to describe in just like a couple words, what is Tales from Candlekeep?
Yes, it's a turn-based strategy game featuring the characters from Dungeons & Dragons and the Dungeons & Dragons adventure system, based on the board game that's right over to my right.
Yes.
And it's the Tomb of Annihilation board game by WizKids. Correct me if I'm wrong, please.
You're perfect.
Okay, so WizKids made board games based on the not Tomb of Annihilation, D&D adventure system. So the board games are like strategy games, and we made a video game version of Tomb of Annihilation. So we're calling ours Tales from Candlekeep, Tomb of Annihilation. And
let's go
5
and
heroes, monsters, and
here goes.
Okay, thank you. So today, what are we doing?
Yeah, so we're doing cartographing, and I totally put you on the spot, but yes.
Barely.
Barely. So putting it simply, it's a PC adaptation of a board game. So don't expect a, I would say AAA RPG, or it's not a Baldur's Gate or Neverwinter Nights. It really is a board game adaptation to PC. So it plays the same way, has the same sequence of play. If you haven't seen the game, we're gonna jump into the game right now. And today we're doing a bit of cartographing, so exploration quest.
Yes, we are. Well, can I read the little
Absolutely.
flavor text?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use my serious voice. So, during your stay in Kurasabal, I'm going to butcher the name. The
There you go.
Aarakocra gave you a map of the Tomb of the Nine Gods. It seemed incomplete, but now that you are actually inside the tomb, you notice that the map is different than what lies in front of you. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So, explore this area to map the current configuration of the dungeon before it changes yet again.
So we're now entering the tomb of the Nine Gods, where we've got some Aarakocra information. They gave us a map so far, but it's not exactly the same as what their map, probably because their map is a bit old or the dungeons changed since then. So we're doing this quest, which by the way is not in the board game. All the side quests were created for Tales from Candlekeep. So we're going to be doing some of that today.
On that topic, Illusion Spray is asking, where did the Tales from Candlekeep bit come from?
Yes.
I'm also curious about that.
Okay. Well, you guys know what Candlekeep is, right?
Well, yeah, Fuming Moss is answering.
Oh, okay.
Right
Oh,
below.
oh, I see. Yes, so in Forgotten Realms, there's Candlekeep, and Candlekeep is like a location where they just keep all the knowledge and information of the largest libraries.
There's a big microphone right there hiding the chat from Sophie.
I can see.
So.
I'm gonna move it right here.
Okay.
There you go. I can see you, so it's good that we're in line with our responses. And then we had a couple ideas for the name, but really I'm not sure 100%. One of the staff, if you're tuning in, you can probably correct it. But the title was something that was picked by Wizard of the Coast,
Okay.
I believe. And we had Tomb of Annihilation, which I didn't know what the series would be called. So it was Tales from Candlekeep, and which I love the game name, but I'm not sure how they came up with the idea. So it's a question for when Olivier will be here, probably.
Well, if what Fuming Moss is saying is that Candlekeep has one of the largest libraries in the Forgotten Realms, so that kind of makes sense. Like, there are legends that you can read in Candlekeep, maybe like seeing the exploits of adventurers that went through the Tomb of Annihilation. So maybe we're reliving those adventures. Or?
It's a way to. I guess it's why they have picked that name. From my experience and my memories, Candlekeep is just a place of from Baldur's Gates, slaughters and all that. But it's like, I just remember like the whole Gorion thing. So many years ago, but you can't ever forget that.
And
so
also it lends itself well to having different subtitles. Just saying, like Tales from Candlekeep, something else.
Yes, exactly. So our plan, if you guys are not aware, is hopefully, we'll see how it goes, but hopefully we want to do other board games. So just not Tomb of Annihilation. We want to be doing Legend of Drizzt or Temple or Castle Ravenloft and all of those. So it'd be like Tales from Candlekeep, Castle Ravenloft, or so hopefully more to the module.
And on that topic, Awkhurst is asking if we're planning expansions for the game, so that kind of...
Yes, we do have a lot of plans for Tales from Candlekeep. The reason why we're so focused into the single player right now is since we've been saying since the start, we really wanted to nail down the single player core and make sure like everything is working and everything is enjoyable as far as gameplay before we just throw in another storyline into that, and then we work into co-op and multiplayer. So yeah, and yes.
So I can get started?
Absolutely. So we're gonna do a quest. All the quests in Tales from Candlekeep sometimes vary in objectives. Last stream we did yesterday, we had to kill a certain amount of monsters. Now for this specific quest, we have to explore X amount of tiles and hopefully live in the process.
Yeah. And Fuming Moss seems to be a big fan of Legend of Drizzt.
Yes.
So we're in the dungeon tile set. Yay!
All right.
So Woolbringer's asking if we have codes or promotions running right now for someone who's likely purchasing today. The Birdsong thing, maybe you missed it. Yeah,
so if you buy the game until tomorrow at 12, you can get a Birdsong DLC for free, only on Dragon Plus. So Dragon Plus is the Dungeon and Dragon magazine that you get on your phone. So you look for the Dragon Plus app, And you can get Birdsong, which is one of the characters. She's the bard in our game. So for this weekend, it's Birdsong. So you be sure you don't miss her. And we also always have the 15% discount to the Complete Edition package. So the Complete Edition is the base game and all of the DLCs. So you have the DLCs for all of the heroes. So Artis, Ashara, Birdsong, Dragonbait. And then there's also Kawashima. That's part of the Complete Edition. So all that together is a 15% discount.
Very nice.
All right. Yes, you are a fan of Legend of Druids. That's great.
11.
Okay.
I'm getting started. Just doing my own business right here.
You got a recovery.
What does recovery do?
So it, first of all, it heals you, but if you had used the power, it allows you to regen and restore that power.
So I'm going to bark skin.
Yep, so he's got a buff now to get some armor class, the addition bonus. So, ooh, going into wild shape.
Wild.
Kawashima, by the way, is the latest hero that we've added in the game. He's a druid, and he can shapeshift. Unlike the other heroes, he's able to transform into a Velociraptor, an ape, as you can see. And he can also summon his ally, Kupalue, who's a veggie pygmy.
I should have done that too.
Oh, okay, so you already have the DLCs, I see.
Yeah.
We have giveaways today, by the way, if you are just tuning in. We have one base game to give away and also one Kawashima DLC. We'll be rolling for those at the end of the stream.
Okay, so I'm going to explore.
Yep.
I hope I get to use the fire sword. Oh. Mocking laughter. That's not cool. We get disadvantage. Oh.
Yeah, everybody, that's... And you know, you were asking about warded skeletons. The warded skeletons, they throw like a fire spell or sometimes...
Is it random? Is it any kind of spell?
Yeah, so you can mouse over. It's always the same kind of spell. On the warded skeleton is the one on your left, like this.
Oh, okay, this one.
Yeah, and so when he dies...
So let's look at him.
Yes.
Well, when I played in the beta, when we were trying to playtest it at work, I don't think they were like marked as being warded. Is it possible? And I remember nasty surprises like, hey, I kill a skeleton and then I blow up.
I think maybe in early alpha,
really
because I think in the release it was already all there, but yeah.
So that mean guy over there is gonna blow up.
So he's gonna do a spell ward. So the spells that he has. So it could be a fireball, it could be whatever. Usually I kill them because I just don't like having them on the field. I risk doing and taking the damage and hopefully dodging the damage. Unless you're in horrific mode. In horrific mode, I don't touch these guys. Okay, cool. I try to stun them, web them, or any way possible.
And is there... If I range kill him, is it going to... Am I going to get blasted again? Or
yeah, so he can reach you, and even if you kill him and you're next to him, maybe he's going to target someone else.
Okay,
so
it's some mean stuff.
Yeah.
So I am going to Acid Splash.
I would probably do your mage armor before... Yeah.
Thank you.
Just in case, like, he attacks the Shara, then you're prepared.
So Fire Shield's not gonna use up my action, right?
Yes, it's an active ability. You can see it on the right of the window, so...
So it's gonna use my action?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna save it for later. And disadvantage, but 10. Is it gonna be enough? I think so.
Yes, okay, so what is he doing? Spell ward. So he attacked something we don't see, but he probably attacks some tile over there, someone else. So we can read in the description. The attack did 2 damage to Kawashima. So we got Kawashima attacked.
And he went out of his wild shape.
Yes.
Okay.
He killed Kawashima as an ape, so that's when Kawashima reverts back.
Well, I was an ape for half a turn. Okay, and I'm going to and then explore.
So is there a way to stop the ward from getting set off? Yeah, by not killing him, because when you kill him, he's gonna set off, for sure. Sometimes you may dodge what he does, so you may miss his attack, because he always still gets a roll on his attack. But if you're playing Horrific, I would say don't risk it, because the damage can be pretty high.
Yeah, he rolled an 18 this time, so I could have maybe avoided it. So now... We have Birdsong with a little enemy in front of her. So I'm going to Is there a range attack? Yes, poison darts is range, so I'm going to explore. I'll put myself in a position to explore and attack with an 8+. That's totally doable, even with disadvantage. Never mind. Not this time.
It's alright. He's not attacking just yet, so who controls him again? If you mouse over, you can see after Dragon Bait.
Yeah, so almost.
So you got plenty of time. Heroes. Yeah.
I'm gonna regroup the party a bit because I don't want to be spread out. So I could probably give Jack of all trades, but it's only going to be for one character. So I'm going to explore this time. Good
call. By the way, if you guys have any questions or anything you want to know, or any feedback, rather, let us know. You got your DLC, awesome.
I am being watched. I'm going to dispel being watched. And now I have a little friend that's attacking me. Okay, I missed it.
Go to Twitch Prime in the Amplifier and vote for this game. Thank you so much, Helric. So that is correct. We are one of the game that's part of the Twitch Prime in the Amplifier. The vote ends this weekend. So if you have not voted, now's the time. Be sure you go to Twitch Prime and in the Amplifier. All the info is on Twitch Prime stuff on your Twitch, and you go vote for us. So once you release co-op, we will be able to invite Steam friends to play with. So we're looking at two options right now, but I can't say technically which one will be first, but both of them are being considered. So we're looking at couch co-op in local play and also multiplayer co-op. So you invite your friends and you play from a distance. And multiplayer with randoms, you know. So co-op and multiplayer, and there's
always co-op though.
Yes.
You're not gonna be playing against like monsters from another player, but
yeah,
always co-op.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Cool.
So I mean, you could play Artus, and your Steam friend could be playing a Shara or something, and that's something we're looking at. So.
Yeah, the tile with the green light has come back to bite me a couple of times already. It spawned monsters and it hit my Kawashima ape form.
So sometimes you can stand on the ambush side, so the monster won't spawn on top of you. But if you had to stop there, that means you risk an encounter.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a tile, so you're not exploring.
So yeah.
So the mushroom spores. On the active heroes tile gains disadvantage. Well, that's fine because it's only one hero. And the spores. I really like the. Well, I'm a big fan of the chromatic orb spell effect, but the ice fist was pretty awesome too.
Yes, oh yeah, it is.
Some nice work there.
You could maybe get Koopa the way out there too. Have a little help.
If I run over there.
Yeah, you would have to go all the way in for fake your action if you want to explore.
Okay, so I'm going to go over here, stop the ambush tile. That's nice. And then get Koopa the way out.
There you go.
And should I heal? Yeah, I'm gonna heal.
Yeah. Well, there's just you. Oh.
Well,
yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it's worth it.
Sure.
So we can get the nice healing effect.
An alpha build of the co-op mode. What? I don't think so.
A few streams ago.
Yeah, no, that's not possible. What was it, PB? I'm like really confused. Chromatic Orb is awesome when you roll a 20. It is, yes.
Oh, I got a Showinga ally. Okay, that's a friendly Showinga, so I get advantage.
That's good because you had disadvantage.
So it just
nullifies it. Yeah.
So Dragon Bait is going to remove his disadvantage because that's not fun to have. And I am going to go explore near the party because I'm smart like this.
That's good. That's great.
Yeah, don't split the party. I mean, I've done a couple of streams and I hear it every time. Sophie says, don't split the party.
Yeah.
And I learn from my mistakes a couple of times and then I learn.
So I'm saying that, PB, because we just don't have a playable alpha. Everything is still internal. So I don't think he was able to show any alpha or whatever build for co-op. And it's very unlikely, and it actually is impossible. So maybe you thought it was a co-op, but it wasn't. Crazy Palette, hello, welcome, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, hi everybody. Thank you for spending a part of your Friday with us.
Yep.
I really like doing the streams. Hey, you're kicking off Friday afternoon, almost starting the weekend, in great company. with Sophie and you guys.
We love about Fridays because for us, whenever the stream's over, it's 4 p.m. So usually it's close to like the end of the day. So we finish on a good note with the streams.
So 9, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so yes. So do I have to do something special with Ashara to not trigger traps?
Well, no.
No.
She can fly above the traps, but if you land on the trap, it'll be just like anyone else.
That's why I triggered.
Yeah. This is Dungeons and Dragons, yes. So this is Tales from Candlekeep, Tomb of Annihilation. That's a PC adaptation of the Dungeons and Dragons adventure system board game Tomb of Annihilation that was made by WizKid. I hope it makes sense. So Dungeons and Dragons board game made into a PC game.
And thank you, Genghis Galahad. We're going to relay that to the team. The palettes, colors, and effects rock. Also, Druid wild shape effect. That's really cool. And yeah, the team over here is really talented. I mean, how many people worked on that game, Sophie? Roughly.
Well, full-time 15 now.
Okay.
And on and off, maybe 20 more people chipped in or not. So,
okay, that's cool.
And that was developed within like 4 months. So we have to remember 4 or 5 months-ish. It was done like very, very quickly because we had to release this by a specific date to release at the same time as the board game. Yeah. So it's based on the board game, but the board game is officially a Dungeons and Dragons game, and we are officially a Dungeons and Dragons licensed game as well. So it is a Dungeons and Dragons game.
So I'm going to run past this guy and then shoot him with my bow.
Yes, it's on Steam. Get it on Steam. You just seen it on screen.
And no disadvantage.
And it's also on Twitch Store if you want to have the complete edition without DRM. It's on Twitch as well.
So you get all 4 DLCs in Kawashima?
All 5 well, yes. Okay. All 5 DLCs.
So now it's quiet. Choose the monster or encounter category. The next of the chosen category will be automatically cancelled unless it's a villain. So I'm going to cancel encounters. I mean, what's my chance of running into a villain? And then the big ape spawns, or?
Who knows? What are your chances? I mean, percentage?
The spawning of the enemies is based on the tile, right? Each tile has a chance to spawn enemies, or is it linked? Yeah.
So imagine a pile of cards, of tiles, and this tile is one tile that has 3 monsters on it, and this tile is a tile that has 2 monsters on it, and they're all shuffled, so you don't know which one you're picking up. That's about it.
Okay.
So the game is currently single player only, but we do have plans for co-op and multiplayer down the road. So if you want to have a first single player experience, that is out now.
And after you've played the video game, you know the rules of the board game, right?
Oh yes.
So you're gonna be able to pick that up and play with your friends.
It's the same. So
yeah. And you get 5 different classes. The characters cover like Paladin, Ranger, Bard, Wizard, Druid. I was gonna say miscellaneous, but no.
Yes, so in this game, as you can tell, it's played as a turn-based strategy. You have a turn, there's phases, so hero phase, you get to play with your hero. And then you have the exploration phase, you get to explore and encounter. And so this is just like the board game. It does not have a DM per se. You're the DM because you're controlling the heroes on the field. So it's a good introduction to Dungeons and Dragons if you don't have time to create your characters or create your dungeons or whatnot. But for DMs here that are watching us, we also have talks about having a developer mode where you're like, okay, tonight I have a Dungeons and Dragons game. I'm going to be doing a dungeon for my game, and I know that when they go that way, it's that tile that's dropping. So it's not coming in short term, but I can tell you it's something that we would love to do, and we've discussed that. So I would love to see that happening, honestly, for dungeon games. So it's on our wish list. I hope you guys want to see that too. I would be very excited to see what kind of games people would be running with that. And
yeah, Elric, sometimes I was playing different turn-based games, and then my family comes to visit, and then the game stays on. Yes. And the next day I pick it up.
Yes.
So it's waiting for you right there.
Yes.
And you can take your time to plan your actions. Except for when yesterday I was trying to finish right on time at the end of the stream, but that's another concern that's not really related to the game.
Yes.
And,
Okay, I want to answer Turbo. This is a Dungeons and Dragon game. It's out on Steam now and also on Twitch. It's based on the board game adventure system. So as you can see, it's a turn-based game. And by the way, we are nominated at the Twitch Prime Indie Amplifier. If you want to go and vote for the game, the contest, the Amplifier, ends this weekend, and we need your vote. So if you want to have a D&D game winning up there, go on the Twitch Prime logo and go vote for us. That would be fantastic. So next question is, are we going to be able to create or make our own characters? And that's an interesting question, and we've had this question so much. We did not make character creation when we developed this game, simply because the board game does not have that feature. So at first we wanted to really nail the board game port, and after that, we're still discussing on now, okay, now we've gotten the board game, what are we gonna add into the game as a fun digital PC game to play. And we do have internal discussions about playing your own custom character. So I can't say or not whether it's happening or not. We still have to evaluate what that would cost, because that would be a lot of work, and how we would do it, what would have to change, how we could balance all that. So we're not close to the idea. I mean, we're actively discussing that feature. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you guys would like to have. And that's... I think Helric's trying to put the link for the vote. Thank you so much.
But it's on the little crown icon, like the Twitch loot, is it?
I'm sorry, I was reading...
okay, well, if you want to go vote, it's on the Twitch crown icon.
Yes.
That's the loot, right?
And then you have Amplifier info there.
Yeah, and it's on Amazon.com as well.
Of course, Steve, everything we do is very close to Wizard of the Coast. So as a licensee, that's how it works. So, yeah. You'll be getting the other game digitized. So there's a lot of stuff, but I mean, remember that doing one thing doesn't stop another thing.
Yeah.
So we still have to keep the balance, the priorities on the list. Features, of course, are the most popular requested features. We can't do everything at the same time, so that's why, if you have something that you want to see first, and you're like, hey, I want this feature first, let us know. So we want to have an idea.
So thank you, Suzuki-san. Oh, now that I say it, it makes more sense. Suzuki-san. Okay.
Suzuki-san
Was really I like your next Russian state in mind, but now it sounds a lot more Japanese. Yeah, instead of like being Russian.
Yes.
But okay, and so will we see the other style of the D&D adventure board games to connect to this?
I love your question. So we have that in our plans to do that. Of course, we're working on single player first, and we want to see if that's something that would be requested by players. So do players really want us to do another board game? If so, which one, or how much would it cost for us as a studio? Of course, we have to evaluate, because some of the board games have different, system of work that would make a lot of difference. But when we started to make Tomb of Annihilation, that was always our plan. We want to make the other board games afterwards.
Hence the subtitle.
Tales from Candlekeep.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Well, which one would you like to see first? I mean, Legend of Drizzt seemed to be very popular. Castle Ravenloft also.
Yeah, I've heard good things from Castle Ravenloft about a different setting where it's more mysterious, not horror, but sort of. I've heard things.
It's more...
I haven't had a chance to play it, though.
Well, I've not played Ravenloft, but from what I've heard, it's more typical D&D. Like, you have the dwarves, you have the skeletons, you have the goblins. Like, you're not into Schult where you have dinosaurs, it's more like the core, I would say. I don't know if I worded it right, but the slimes and stuff like that.
Yeah, the classic fantasy monsters.
Classic, that's the word.
And I'm going to explore her. But yeah, there's room for everything.
The game is called Tales from Candlekeep. So you have it on the overlay, like...
Yeah, okay, good pointing.
Tales from Candlekeep, and the game is fully released now as a single player game on Steam.
So I'm safe for now. Thank you, dice rolls.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get the treasure chest. Yes. Thank you, Elric.
I use my bird dude. I don't think Ashara would like to be called a bird dude.
She's a bird lady.
She's she's a bird lady.
Arakokra?
Arakokra.
Okay. And Become should have all the adventure system board game options to create next. Well, yeah.
Hey, maybe if we win the amplifier, that would help a lot to get to speed things up for sure.
And we're gonna put in the chest and get seize the moment. So, can you? What happens with seize the moment?
Additional action, so you can see you have one more move.
Okay, I'm going to risk taking a trap.
I would, yes. How about an endless mode? We have talked about it so much. We have even evaluated doing that. So endless mode, it's something we've looked at. I think Olivier in one of the past streams has mentioned the difficulties of doing such mode and why we had to just hold on to that for the time being. But it's also something we have looked into. Definitely would love to see that as well.
No, not Bardic Inspiration. Poison darts. Haha, poison darts. I only need to roll. Never mind. 18. No need to count.
At least she's a chick. At least she was at one time.
Yeah, good one.
How's a baby Harakokra? Like, it must be so cute. I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't want to know.
Or maybe it's like ravenous and it bites everybody and it's born with claws and talons.
I know. That's why I don't want to know anymore.
I'm doing the little hands.
So that's a Shara we have right here as a mini. And Felix painted the mini himself.
Oh, let's pretend I did.
No, that was painted by WizKids for their board game deluxe edition package.
Yeah, they're very beautiful.
Yes.
And Birdsong here looks like she's rocking a guitar, a lute solo.
Yes.
Like in the classic rock star position. Not she's not playing the chorus like everything is easy peasy, but she's really rocking.
Yeah, and yes, you're so correct. There would be a memory issue with the unlimited map size. Mm-hmm. So that is one challenge that was being looked into. So she's a meanie. No, well, actually, she's Ashara's not a meanie at all.
Yeah, when they're grown up, they're probably nicer.
We don't know how
more
they are.
More reasonable, maybe. Each hero on or adjacent to an ambush site takes damage. Well, ambush sites, I should be good with that.
You don't have any close to you. Oh,
there's one
right next to Shara.
She's okay.
She'll take boom 1 damage.
So it rolled an 11 and she took 2, so not so bad. Okay, so now we have. Ooh, I didn't see that guy. I think the zombie that is tough. So okay, so when you try to target it from range, you inflict less damage to the zombie.
That's correct.
Because it's tough. Okay.
But has he cast it? Yes, he has this tough. You can see the icon on top of his head.
Okay, that's tough.
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
So what would be smart to do here?
Yes, so the maps are
Lots of traps.
Random. Yes, they are. And whenever you replay the quest, the tiles are always random. So regardless of how many times you've done the quest, they're going to be different every time.
So I'm going to smack this guy with my shillelagh. In real life, a Batiri spin attacking me would be scarier than a zombie.
I think you're right.
Yeah, but I would be impressed at the same time. I mean, doing flips without like a jump or something.
But
very impressive.
As a culture, we all know what zombies are, right? I think Batiris are a bit underground. So if people are not like familiar with the D&D atmosphere and they have a Batiri in real life, I think it would be more scary than a zombie. I don't know.
Yeah, that face you don't want to meet.
Where's that thing coming from? You got out of a lab or something.
And okay, I'm not going to explore this turn, but I have a lot of adrenaline, so I should be good. I don't want to gain disadvantage, but adrenaline to the rescue. And Kupalue is really pulling his own weight today because he destroyed the 4 health minion just in 2 turns, 2 smacks.
That's good. And he always goes towards Kawashima. It's like, okay. Master, where are you going? And then he's following. So he doesn't care about your other heroes. He just cares about Kawashima. So that's a very big generalization. He probably does care, but in the gameplay speaking. So, questions here in chat. Have you guys considered a multiplayer mode? One of the best parts of D&D is your friends, and the other thing is the DM, so it could vote so well. So the answer is yes. We are considering...
Okay. So apparently people are moving furniture in the office.
Whoa, it's like with big noise on the other side. Okay. So yes, we're considering co-op first, and then multiplayer.
That's great.
Yeah.
And Fall of Enosis. Again, not sure. Maybe all are. Okay, Fall of Enosis is asking if it's coming to console.
Yeah.
Are there plans?
So we
that we can talk about?
Yes. So we are definitely looking at porting to other devices, whether it's consoles or even mobile. So it's being looked into. I don't know yet what the stance is on that, but it's definitely something we're considering. Like, we don't just want to be on PC. We just have to evaluate and look at all the aspects of porting to other consoles or our devices. But definitely would be a possibility in the future.
So am I going to use up the scroll of Disintegrate?
You could. If you fail, you still attack it.
Okay, yeah. Well, as in, yeah.
What's happening
people
here?
Are
it's like people drilling in the walls or something.
Chair races upstairs, maybe? Oh, scroll of Disintegrate.
Yes, you got it.
Worked.
Great.
And killed the zombie.
You guys hearing
so
this?
I'm going to run... No, I can't run there. I'm going to risk taking a trap to explore my 20th tile. And I dodged the trap expertly. And I complete my mission with this scary tile that came up.
Good job.
Yeah, I think PB&J is hearing it too.
It's an earthquake.
But we don't usually get quakes in Quebec, so...
If we do, like, it doesn't...
Yeah, I mean, everybody the next day is asking, was there an earthquake yesterday? I think I felt something.
Or maybe it was the wind.
Yeah,
you know?
We're pretty lucky with that.
Yeah, I think there was one back in the, like, 80s or something, and it made something shake a little that you could... Oh my god, it's actually an earthquake, but... No, we're lucky. We have snowstorms, though. That's one thing.
So I got Werewood and Sapphires, Platinum, Mitchell, Beholder Hide.
Yes.
And it's I think it's still stained over here. It's kind of gross. They could have cleaned it. Yeah, and PB&G's in California, so yeah, quakes are a different kind of business over there.
Yeah. You guys have had really big quakes also in your history, so... Okay. It would be great as an AR game. I would love to see this art in 3D, play as AR. So it is a skill that we have in the studio. We actually do a lot of AR prototypes and even AR games. I don't know, maybe eventually that would be something we could do for this.
PB&J is asking if we can show how to craft an item, which could be nice because we only have like 20-ish minutes before
Why not?
the end.
Yeah.
And we're going to show off Ashara, Birdwoman. In all of her glory over here.
I love how the head moves like she's like...
Well,
you know
that's a lot of great animation in the game. I mean, the minis are nice, but, you know, we have way more frames of animation on our guys than they have.
But Ashara, again, she's in one of our friends at Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. They have Ashara in their game. They have Birdsong in their game. Other side characters... from Tomb of Annihilation, so
which one should get some new gear today?
Kawashima, maybe? Because he's new and, I don't know, it's Kawashima.
And hello GQ Web, thanks for joining us.
Welcome.
So, Staff of the Owlbear.
So, if you want to know what you can craft, then you have the Anvil. By main weapon, secondary weapon. That just means...
Over here, or?
Yeah, if it's moving, that means there's something possible. If you can't craft, it'll be still.
Okay, so we have a ton of resources.
Yes, and now you can see where there's anvils. Yeah, there's anvils here. Those logos would not be there if you didn't have the mats. So you can see, oh, that means I have something I can craft under this tab. So for example, everything that is craft, that means you have the material. You can just mouse over and you can see that you have what it takes. We have the materials, we have the gold. We have everything, so I don't know, what should we make for a main weapon, so that increase base attack and attack roll. Secondary weapon, that is utility powers. Armor is HP and armor class, and accessory will increase the utility powers.
Okay, so I'm more of a weapon person. So the black Raptor staff looks pretty nice. Is it going to... Okay, they're all in the same like style of icon. So let's craft this one. So we're gonna hit craft, and then
there you go. Now you use up the mats.
All the mats.
And if you want to know, as far as when we were in early access, when the game was launched, you could fail crafting at a certain percentage of chance, and then lose your mats. And that stayed like 2 days because we realized...
it was a very popular feature from whatever.
It was like, uh-oh, I don't think we want to keep this. And then we reverted that to now 100% of your crafting. You have what it takes, you can craft it.
Yeah, I think that explains the little window that pops up with the effect.
Success! Because it could be like, failure. So gold is earned and is used for crafting, yes. So whenever you open chests or do quests or find treasures or kill monsters, you can get gold. And that's used to craft materials as well as materials that you find in the game. Same thing when you open chests or defeat monsters, you get material.
Let's make something else. Sharp Talons of the Wild. So that's going to be my secondary weapon. So it gives me +3 uses of my daily powers, right?
Yeah, so daily powers are shapeshifts.
Okay.
Or call lightning. So if you shapeshift, you have a +3 to your shapeshift. So that'd be good.
That's going to be useful when I get damage from across the map, like in some mission that we just played. And lose my wild shape, which made me sad. Should have known that there was more uses, so I got little claws. Very nice. And okay, let's not go too crazy with the crafting because we're gonna outpower every mission.
So I guess we could quickly get into asking questions for the giveaway guys. So we at least give a couple minutes for Roll20 to hop in after us. So we're gonna ask 2 questions in chat. Whoever answers the question the fastest gets the key. So are you guys ready? The first thing we're gonna give away is the Kawashima DLC.
Okay.
The complete version is with all the characters and the DLC right now as they are. So we don't have a season pass that includes future DLC, but we do have a update coming that's gonna be free for all players.
So base game, you get the update?
Yes.
Okay. And, you know, as far as all the characters and everything, all the 5 characters from the board game are in the game right now. So that's a pretty solid clue that you're going to get the full thing, right? So PB&J Otter is ready? Or is he answering the question?
Oh, he's talking about multiplayer and co-op. Okay, so I don't know what the model will be for that, but I mean, you won't have to buy multiplayer access. I don't think that's even technically possible. I don't want to speak out of my hat, but I don't think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
If that was done that way, no. And I mean, you guys would hate it, and then you would hate us, and we don't want that to happen. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, if we do come out with co-op and multiplayer, it would be included with you having the game, right?
Yeah, it would be kind of weird to like fence off the multiplayer people that buy the multiplayer, and then we're cutting them off from their friends. I know. That'd be a weird strategy.
That's my opinion. I'm not confirming anything, but we will let you know as soon as we do that. But that's a good point. We don't want to do that to you guys. Okay, so you have a question for chat?
Yes, I prepared one. Yay!
Okay, so let's do Kawashima DLC.
Yeah, for Kawashima. So during lunch today, I played Magic the Gathering with some of my colleagues, and in Magic the Gathering, you play lands. So speaking of lands, haha, good segue. Just name one of the tile sets in the game. You can name the one that we've seen today, or the one that we see sometimes. Usually in my streams, because apparently that's all I've played so far.
So the game has 2 tile sets. We want one of them.
Yeah, or both. But you're not going to get bonus points for both.
Plains, that's not how it's called. Not quite. Water.
Okay. Oh, PB&J.
Swamp, island. So the answer are jungle tiles and dungeon tiles.
I think some people jumped the gun answering my question.
Yep. Mountain tiles. So dungeon and jungle. So PB, you have the right answer. So you can send us an email at mstales@candlekeep.com and claim your prize. And
Steve was like declining to answer, but saying like, I've got this.
I already have the stuff, so I'm gonna let. I'm cool. I'm gonna let other people. Don't give it to me. Well, we could give it to you, and then you just give it to one of your friends. Yeah.
Or Crazy Pilot answer, but
I'm sure when some people saw that you had it right, maybe they didn't type their answer. So send us a mail, and then you're free to do whatever you want with the key.
And okay, well.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Awesome. All right.
Or you can give it to a colleague or family member.
Yeah, and be like, hey, I got this from this cool, awesome BCom company. By the way, they have a contest happening right now. Please go vote for them.
That's a nice plan, Sophie.
Okay, so now for the base game.
I had one.
You
plan.
do?
I had one plan.
Oh, one
total.
out of two? Okay.
Or I can think of something else if you want. But it's kind of hard to plan it between us right now because we're going to give away the answer.
All right, so question. Very simple, but maybe hard to spell. We've been talking a lot about Bird Lady. Bird Lady is part of a specific race of birds. What's the race of the bird spelled right?
Oh, that's rough.
That's a spelling that's hard. So we'll go over into the game menu so I can be sure we have the right spelling as soon as it's being posted. Oh, we bad at game. Harakokra. I think you got the spelling correct. Arakokra. Oh my god.
Yes, good job.
You guys are good. Tensho, you were missing a K. Arakokra. So it is Harakokra, confirming we bad at games. You are the winner.
So I have never seen their feet or noticed their feet.
They're kind of like dino feet.
Yeah, lizard feet, but bird wings. That's kind of
It's kind of like a bird, but as a hobbit, but with like snake feet.
That's pretty cool. And okay, so lots of people and trying to answer the question, and good job, we bad at games.
Yes,
and PBNJ.
So be sure you send us an email. Under the social media platforms, we have an email, ms@talesfromcandlekeep.com. You send us a message there. We had somebody, Dave, also had it right over on Facebook.
And okay, she's the oldest member of a race. Wow, people are teaching us about our characters. That's great.
She's not a nobody. She's a leader of the Arakokras.
Okay, and revered as a living saint.
She's known as the teacher. Teacher Ashara. You know. And
she's a powerful mage capable of handling even the most complex of spells.
Yeah. Okay, well guys, quick reminder of promotions we have happening right now. If you want to have a Birdsong free DLCs, we're giving away DLCs for free on Dragon Plus. So go on Dragon Plus on your phone, and the banner is on top. You see Birdsong, click on that, and that gives you a DLC key for Birdsong. That ends tomorrow at noon PST.
Yes.
And also, it's the last stream that we do before we have the results for the Twitch Prime in the Amplifier. Oh
the vote ends this weekend, and it's going to be announced on the 15th.
Yes,
right?
So if you have not voted yet at the Twitch Prime Indie Amplifier, guys, be sure you take a moment to go vote for us. that would be very, very fantastic. And you click on the Twitch Prime logo there, and Indie Amplifier, you log into your Amazon account, all the steps are there, and then you vote for us. And hopefully we have good news for you guys next week.
And I was looking at Arthas. Did you mention the Birdsong DLC?
Did I say yeah?
Okay,
Birdsong
cool.
DLC?
Because all of a sudden it struck me that he kind of looks like one of our colleagues, but...
Really?
Yeah, a bit. I mean...
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'm dreaming.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, the facial hair and beard.
We have a lot of, like...
Bearded guys?
Bearded... I don't want to say cavemen, because that's a bit bad, but we have a lot of, like, hairy guys.
Yeah. Well, and they're not all patchy, like my luscious...
Yeah, that's clean, like, really
luscious
clean.
Shaggy hair that's trying to grow on my face. And the name of the site for the free DLC, it's an app.
It's an app on your phone, Dragon Plus, like really like a plus sign.
Yeah. And it's linked to the magazine, the online magazine. That is it.
So if you go on the online, yes, it's web.
Okay,
so
if
you go on the website, you won't be able to click because the redemption only works for the mobile.
Okay, but the magazine's interesting too. I mean, giveaway or not. It's worth going to every now and then.
Dragonmag.com is how it is. Never trolls. It looks like Boromir. Yeah, it kind of looks like also Aragorn, also a little bit,
and also PBNJ Otter is reminding us that.
It's not reminding us.
Yeah,
I know. I'll be there at midnight. So
yeah, Simcopter 1 is gonna be reviewing, playing.
You'll be there
talking
watching.
about.
You'll be there watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about the game.
So Simcopter is a Twitch. It was Twitch now, Twitch streamer. He's gonna be playing the game, if you guys are still awake, at midnight Eastern time tonight, and that's 9 p.m. PST. So if you're PST, you're probably still gonna be up at that time. And he's gonna play the game and show the game to Twitch audience in general that are wanting to vote at the Twitch Prime Indie Amplifier, and they want to have an eye on what the indie games are, part of the amplifier. So he's played other games from the contest, and there was also Kitty that played the other games from the contest.
Yeah.
So those two Twitchers are covering the amplifier, so he's going to be streaming tonight, 9 p.m.
I think our game is last but not least.
Yeah.
The last one getting featured and showcased, and also, yeah.
Sweet, thank you so much. Well, see you there then.
Yeah. And the Demented Shark is asking if we can recap the news since he missed the stream.
Okay, well, welcome. And
thanks for joining us, even if it's for 10 minutes.
I know, and he said that last stream, oh no, I'm joining at the last moment. So we have a Birdsong free DLC on Dragon Plus, and it's also the last stream we do before the Twitch Prime Indie Amplifier results are up. So be sure you go vote if you haven't yet. So the stream will not be on D&D platform, it'll be on Twitch Prime, so you can go over the amplifier, they have the Simcopter channel link there, and Twitch will probably tweet that on the Twitch Prime Twitter as well. And we'll be sharing that on our platforms too. So Simcopter 1 has his own YouTube Twitch channel. And we don't stream tomorrow, no.
No, we have the weekend off this week. Well,
sort of.
Yeah, okay. Some people have. I have a nice weekend planned. I had some family coming over. But yeah, okay. And next week we're going back to the normal schedule, right?
Yes, so next week we will be back to the Tales from Candlekeep regular schedule, which is 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's noon PST. So
this stream, basically, is going to be the normal one.
Yes. You stream tomorrow.
Or maybe somebody knows about your schedule this weekend, or is it you have a stream plan?
Please share so we can hop on board. Okay, great. If you're awake, then sure, you'll see there.
So elemental vestments.
All right, well, we have to make way. Like, Felix is big into his crafting right now, but Roll20 is hopping in 5 minutes to play their Tomb of Annihilation campaign.
So I hope we put you everybody in the mood for more Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah, yes, more Schult. Can never get enough Schult. And don't forget to vote if you haven't. And we'll see you next Friday, same time for next week's stream. So I'll tap out here.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everybody. That was Sophie.
And Felix.
And have a nice weekend, guys.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.